The news at 5:45 with Leonard Parkin.
11 die in a stampede at a concert by The Who in America. An East End murder fact line. The British more room for negotiation. Good evening. The Who pop group have said they'll campaign for changes in the safety laws at rock concerts after the stampede at Cincinnati, which killed 11 of their fans. The fans were trampled to death as thousands of people tried to get into the concert hall where the British pop group were playing. The mayor of one American city has himself already cancelled one Who concert because he fears a repeat of the Cincinnati deaths. The stampede began when thousands of fans burst through doors to get unreserved seats. A youth outside said they were ready to kill to get a good view of the concert.
It was a frantic stampede, thousands of impatient young people trampling over each other in a rush to get unreserved seats for the rock concert. And after the rush, 11 lay dead or dying, trampled and smothered by a crowd that officials say had lost all sense of rationality. Some had been drinking, others high on drugs, waiting for the doors to open. Those who survived without injury called the stampede a nightmare.
We was up at the top and everybody was just pushing. I was on the bottom for about 20 minutes.
You was being stomped on for 20 minutes?
I was. I couldn't breathe. I thought I was dying. I lost my shoe.
People were just getting stamped on, and she was underneath, and I was trying to pull her out, and everybody was stamping on everybody.
You couldn't get up?
No, you couldn't get up, man. People were pushing all over everywhere.
I was scared. I was scared for my life. I had to get out.
Was it really that tense?
It was. I was shaking, soaked with sweat when I got out. I've never been in anything quite like it.
The tragedy outside the Coliseum did not stop the concert. And ironically, many of the people inside with reserved seats said they were not aware that anyone was killed at the entrance. People who survived the crush said there were not enough doors used to handle the huge crowd. And officials admitted that the general admission seating arrangements for about half the audience was a factor in the tragedy. This morning, city officials plan to begin an investigation into what happened. They concede that if everyone had assigned seats, there probably would have been no reason for the deadly stampede. Chris Kelly, CBS News, Cincinnati.
The mayor of Cincinnati has said that some of the fans were high on marijuana. The Who's management say a hallucinatory drug was on sale outside the concert hall and 2 people died from overdoses. Ray Maloney spoke to The Who's lead guitarist, Pete Townsend, and asked him what he felt about the drug taking in the audience.
For us, it's deeply, deeply painful because we live off these kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're our bread and butter. And to see the streams of kids that last night being taken back, not through being caught in a rush, but being caught in overdose drug situations, is just deeply, deeply affecting.
Would you admit at all that the whole atmosphere of rock concerts might possibly lead to something like this?
I have to answer yes. There's no way around it. The whole, about 80% to 95% of our audience is male in the USA. They're usually fairly rough and ready kids. They like rock and roll. It also is a very powerful music, and it's a very explosive music, and I think it's about fighting back against problems.
A man who set himself up as a...
The use of drugs among is being highlighted as a contributory factor to what followed, and the group themselves are concerned, but the show goes on.
We haven't used drugs since 1967. Roger Daltrey has never ever used drugs at all, I don't think. And we go on and we work hard and we try and show that you can get out of your brain, if you like, on the drugs that you've got inside your own head. We feel really very, very badly, but I also feel that the people that run the arena here must be feeling badly too. I'm sure the mayor of the city feels bloody awful. I'm sure a lot of the kids that were in that crowd last night feel terrible.
We weren't aware of the problem until after the show. We didn't know there was any problem at all until afterwards, and we're just totally shattered.